Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more relationship stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I am thinking of breaking up with my boyfriend after meeting his family. I can't tell if I'm being overly dramatic. I have been with my boyfriend, we'll call Andy, for just over a year. Although I have been on lots of dates before him, he's my first ever proper relationship. 3 days ago, he took me to his family's house for his dad's birthday family dinner. I was under the assumption that the only people that would be there would be Andy's siblings and parents. I was wrong. His whole family was there. Aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, great-grandparents, even distant relatives he hadn't seen in years. His family is very rich and have a huge house able to accommodate everyone. I get very anxious around large groups of people, especially when I'm not expecting it. And I don't know anyone, so I was sticking by Andy's side the whole night, engaging in polite conversation with everyone. When everyone was seated for dinner, Andy's mom spoke up and asked me if Andy was my first boyfriend. I confirmed, and she said, I guess I can excuse it then. When I asked her about it, she just said I was being so clingy to Andy the whole night and not letting him see his family. I explained my situation about my anxiety to her, and all she said was, he's a man, he needs his freedom. He doesn't need you stuck at his side. That is so rude of the mom. Why don't you just be happy that your son has a girlfriend that likes being around him? I have always been taught to defend myself, so I started to say how I was sure Andy didn't mind and asked her not to bring this up around 30 people. But Andy interrupted me and told me not to disrespect his mother like that. I asked him how it was okay for his mother to call me clingy, but not okay for me to defend myself, and he just told me to be quiet and to let his dad enjoy his birthday. I didn't want to create more of a scene, so I did that. The only thing that made me feel better was when his older sister said, it's okay, I feel that way sometimes as well. But still, I kept getting dirty looks from everyone around the table. I was close to tears, so before dessert came out, I told Annie that I didn't feel comfortable or welcome here, so I was going to go home. I stood up, claimed to be feeling sick, and that I was going home. No one stopped me, but Andy got up and followed me and asked me to stay. That is crazy. Like, his mum literally set her up, you know? In front of 30 people, he was really going to confront her. Is Andy your first boyfriend? Is that why you're clinging on to him? Is that why you're not letting him enjoy the birthday party? In front of everyone? Like, obviously everyone's gonna, like, judge her and, like, hate her after that. Like, she could have just put her aside and been like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong, you know? But nope. Nope. I get that talking back is, like, disrespectful in most cultures, right? Because it is for Asian cultures. Literally, if you talk back, that just means you're very rude. At this point, I started crying and told him I felt so attacked in that room, or even mentioned that he initiated some of the hand-holding and sticking together throughout the night. He apologized, but I told him I didn't know if I could be with someone like that. That made him start crying, asking me not to leave him and that he loved me. I just told him I needed to think and got into my car and drove home. It's been 3 days and he has sent me a few messages before saying he'd leave me alone. I really like him, but I don't know if I can trust him to stand up for me around his family or even others. I also can't help but feel like I'm blowing this way out of proportion, which is making me feel worse. I really love Andy and I don't want to lose him. Can someone please give me some advice on what I should do? Oh, that's tough. Because I feel like this is going to be, like, you know, if you marry him, you're marrying into his family kind of thing. And I don't think his family is going to treat her right. Like, this is probably the first time meeting everyone, and this is how they're treated. Imagine if they're familiar with you. How are they going to treat you? That ain't good. I mean, as much as I feel like they do love each other a lot, in the long term, I feel like it's not worth it. You should find someone whose family respects you, respects your boundaries. And obviously someone who will also stand up for you when they see that you're feeling uncomfortable. I mean, shouldn't Andy know that his girlfriend has social anxiety? Like, no heads up, nothing? Interesting. I've been married to my husband of 5 years. Saturday we went out to a restaurant and our server was noticeably young looking, to the point where she walked away and hubby said she doesn't look old enough to have a job. Bit of an exaggeration, but yes, young looking. Later that night in bed, things are heating up and he says, you know, to that server, you look like an old lady, out of the blue. I am fit, work out regularly, and I'm routinely told I look 10 years younger than I am. I don't know if it's petty, but I'd just be pissed off that, you know, things are heating up and he's thinking of the server. Excuse me? But why? Why are you still thinking of her? Hubby worries constantly about looking old, freaks out if offered a senior discount. Has white hair, so it's assumed sometimes. His comment has changed how I look at myself and how I feel like he looks at me entirely. That's so sad. That's so true. Like, one little comment from your significant other and you just become insecure. I know it was one little remark, but I'm totally spun out. It's weird that he's thinking of the teenage wait star from hours earlier when we are intimate. It's weird that he's projecting imaginary thoughts into our server's head and then voicing them. I'm just feeling very weird about the whole thing and have no desire to be naked in front of this man anytime soon. What would possess someone to say something like this to their partner, and how do I get past it? That's crazy. What the hell? Why would he say that? Like, I'm just mind blown that he would say that to her while they're intimate. Like, what? Why? Huh? That's literally the same as calling out someone else's name while you guys are intimate. What the hell? You guys are intimate and he's really gonna be like, you know that young lady, you probably look so old to her. What? How does that relate to anything that we're doing right now? Honestly, I would need to calm down after this. Is he like projecting his own insecurities onto his wife? Because he feels like he looks old, so he wants his wife to feel like she's old too, so they can be insecure together. Like, I'm confused, because what's the point? Seriously, what is the point? My boyfriend of 5 years dropped a bomb about not marrying me. Am I wasting my time? Hi, ever since the start of the relationship, I made it very clear that I ultimately want to marry and start a family. Since we just celebrated our 5 years together and went to a beautiful vacation together, I half expected my boyfriend to propose. He did not. I've been dropping hints this past year, and even my mother and father started asking when we'll get married, his family too. I toned it down since he seemed to be bombarded from all these directions and I didn't want to pressure him. But over time, it started to really weigh down on me because I didn't know if he was serious about this relationship and wanted to proceed. So I sat him down yesterday and asked if he ever plans on marrying me, to which he replied that yes, he wanted to marry but doesn't feel comfortable about marrying me yet. I was hurt and confused. We've had ups and downs, but so does every relationship. I thought it was about money, but instead he said he wasn't ready to marry me because it doesn't feel like we're there. I'm not sure what I could possibly be doing wrong and started to doubt if he even loves me or stays with me out of convenience or pity for me. I've been crying non-stop today and I'm not sure if I should wait for him to be ready or if it's just time to move on. Any advice would be appreciated. Girl, it's not your fault. Like, if someone's not ready to marry, then it's their problem, not you, right? That's so weird. That's a red flag. I want to marry, but I'm not comfortable about marrying you. Is this why when like couples of 5 years or 8 years, they break up and then the guy dates someone else and then they're married within a year? Is it because they don't think the partner of 8 years was marriage material? That's why? Because I always get so confused when this happens. It's like, wow. He broke up with his girlfriend of 8 years and then he married someone 1 year later. I'm just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But yes, I definitely feel like if the man is 34 like this person is and has been in a relationship with you for 5 years and he doesn't know whether he wants to marry you, it's not a good sign, right? I think it probably means he doesn't want to marry you. Damn, that's sad. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!